Here's it going, guys. On to our next machine. It's the Milwaukee m18CAG125XPD. This is a 5-inch or 125mm fuel brushless grinder. We only got the body of it, and the head got replaced and the rest got turfed. But we're going to pull it apart anyway, just to have a look inside. These ones run a big nice paddle switch. The main reason I wanted it was because I want to cut it off about there and use the contacts and make a floodlight out of it, because I like using my Milwaukee batteries for all kinds of uses. Well, I've gone ahead and I've pulled all the screws out of it, so we should just be able to open it. Wow, like that. So there's our paddle mech. It's quite simple. Just pushes a pin type switch. We'll start by having a look at the switch. It's quite a powerful click switch. Let's see if there's a rating on that in a minute. Just shimmy all this out. There we go. The success of these Milwaukee tools is you've got to give a lot of credit to the beautiful design of these cases. Everything's held and captured in the case, including this, which is the back bearing support for the brushless can motor. All of that's captured in this. And the only thing that actually has any fixing is the two parts of the case going together. Set that aside, I'll keep it as a spare for mine. Okay. It's a very multi-channel switch. Doesn't actually have an amp rating on it, but it's quite heavy and multi-pole. Just got a part number on this controller here. Let's see what we can see here. So there's a heatsink with some thermal putty between it, hanging off the control board for this brushless can. And you can see a couple of FETs there which are actually bolted to the heatsink. As with the majority of these are multi-phase. Technically they're AC motors. So when you say a brushless tool, you're generally talking about a AC induction motor with a permanent magnet. As you can see all the wiring there. Now this little motor, the actual disc of the grinder spins at 8,500 RPM. They have a little tiny pinion gear that's about that big, and they have a crown gear that's about that big. How fast do you think this little beast's going? Probably 3 or 4 times, well maybe even more than 4 times that. It's really hauling. See what happens when we put power to it. Okay, we are powered. Let's see if we're getting any kind of magnetic field. And we're not. I wonder if that little ring has to be on the back of the motor where the shaft is. Not sure, anyhow. So we're going to keep all of this mech basically from the bottom of this board up. I'm only going to cut the red and black wires off the board to a point where they're useful to me. That bunch there. That bunch there. As painful as it is to see someone do it, I'm going to cut these ribbon cables out of my way too. There's a lot of conductors in them. I noticed this is a resined board. I believe this would be their red link board, which communicates with the battery. through these couple of pins, and I believe that would tell the battery when we're getting too hot or when we need to shut down for whatever reason. So now we've got a perfect output like so for whatever suits. As you can see, the electrons are flowing. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut this one off probably about here, through under where the pedal switch goes. Up here. And mount something similar to an LED work light off it, probably on this side, facing out, like this, so that when it sits on the battery, like so, there's a bit of an angle on it, and the LED light can face out off that. It's going to make a great 18-volt work light. All we have to do is wire positive and negative that to it, and put our little board back in here. It should slide straight back in where it came from, if I put it back where it came from. Anyhow, we'll tackle that when we make the light. As long as we keep those pieces, and we'll go and saw the other end of it. All's honky-dory. In the meantime, I've got some spare parts. A spare switch for mine, if it dies. Still got 3 years of warranty left, so I'm probably not going to need it anytime soon. But better to have than have not. That's the inside of a impact driver, 18-volt impact driver. The difference in the switch is forward and reverse. It's got a nice trigger mounted to it. There's quite a difference in the brushless motor size. You go impact driver, angle grinder. Impact wrench. Quite amazing. Thanks heaps for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If there's anything you want to send me to pull apart, I do have a post office box number in the about section of me. I enjoy pulling things apart. I like seeing inside things, and yeah, that's about it for today. Gonna have a bit of a clean up on the bench. I'm actually thinking about painting the top of the bench so that it comes up better in videos, and get rid of all my writing and rubbish on it. But yeah, that's them all pulled apart. We'll catch us on the next one. Thanks for watching. Shape of a milling bit. It's really strange. Will it turn? It turns, but it's not captured by a bearing. It needs a front bearing, which is in that piece there. Very interesting twist on that part there. Oh, that's a bit grease. Oh god. Have a look at the size of the hammering mech. I'm just going to cut this wire and get these separate. See the size of that spring there? So the way I believe this works is that big nasty screwed spline thing there goes up in the back, and each time as this spins, it throws this piece forward. As this piece throws forward, the weight of that big piece, spinning with the spring-loaded action, runs into that spline. You can see me, oh, it's not really a spline, I'm not sure what you'd call it. It runs into that and grabs hold of that. Kind of keys into it, if you will. Just dropped a ball bearing. The ball bearing was in the end of there. Which means that just only just has to slide in there. And that rocks around on the spring. That is amazing.